Hello, my name is Megan Owens, and thank you for listening to my informative speech on ecotourism. Urbanization is not set in yet. The wind is blowing through your hair, and you hear the faint sound of songbirds surrounding you. You feel a sense of freedom and simplicity with the wide open spaces, and you find beauty in the untouched land. This is an experience that you can have with ecotourism. Ecotourism is the responsible travel to natural areas that conserves the environment and involves interpretation and education. This is on the rise and is creating awareness on the effects of nature. You and I currently live in a world where we are starting to focus on sustainability-driven thinking. In being a tourism major with a minor in environmental studies, I find ecotourism to be a perfected subject of mine. During my presentation, I will inform you on the locations and activities that are available through ecotourism, how they directly link to conservation and education, and lastly, why it is important in our day and age. There are numerous destinations in North America that their main attraction is ecotourism, as you can see on the map that I provided. And ecotourism offers a wide array of activities that travelers can do that will not be harmful to the environment. An example of this is called the Hotel Unknown, which is a hotel that is in between the Sierra Madre Mountains and the Pacific Ocean in Mexico. In here, they have perfect bird watching locations, windsurfing, sailing, and mountain biking. On the site, they have alternative energy sources such as solar panels and lamps, and this helps them reduce their CO2 emissions and reduces their carbon footprint. Having these innovative alternative earth-friendly systems and activities allows us to see what the nature could look like if we do use sustainability thinking, which leads me to my next point, which is conservation and education. Ecotourism and conservation and education are all linked in multiple ways. The world we're currently living in is speeding up the way our climate would naturally change because of the excessive CO2 emissions that is the biggest factor of that. We are starting to take the time to learn about these upcoming changes so that society we can find the importance of conservation, sustainability, and ecotourism. Ecotourism does have many positive elements such as impacting people physically, socially, behaviorally, and psychologically, and building environmental and cultural awareness and respect. And lastly, it provides a direct financial benefit for conservation. Theodore Roosevelt was a man who found these factors to be highly important. During his term, he created 5 national parks, 18 national monuments, 51 bird sanctuaries, and over 100 million acres of national forest. This was the start of sustainable tourism and the protection of our natural lands from urbanization. Another factor to the importance of ecotourism is that it does not reduce the availability of resources, and it does not inhibit future travelers from enjoying the same experience. Being a part of the responsible tourism, it minimizes negative impacts on the environment. Yosemite is a national park that is located in Northern California, and with a park like this, studies are conducted all the time on water quality, animal sciences, and fire science. These subjects are studied to find advances in earth science and how we can protect our managed land and how to help restore it. Stemming from these science studies, I'm going to discuss education and earth sciences. Earth sciences are offered in hundreds of schools around the US, and the younger generations are getting more informed about the planet and how to have fun while learning. Some teachers take their students to outdoor parks, zoos, or 4-H camps, where these are all ecotouristic locations to educate, and it educates them on the subject of nature. It does not only help them their education, but it actually helps their physical and mental health. In the book, Last Child in the Woods by Richard Louv, he talks about studies that were previously done that studies the point to direct exposure to nature and the essential for a child's health, physical, and mental development. So like I said before, the physical, social, behavioral, and psychological impacts, it actually does help children that develop a syndrome called nature deficient disorder. This is when a child is spending less time outdoors and they can get a wide range of mental or behavioral problems like ADD or ADHD. Getting children outside to these eco-touristic spots is beneficial for learning, mental health, and moving forward as a society. Traveling responsibly in these areas and where it can help the local people in travel in a new way. It's educational and memorable. And as a community, we need to build a sustainable future, and ecotourism is a way that we can do that efficiently while still having fun. Thank you so much. Have a great night.